You already know what time it is. It is time to once again engage in vocal synth discourse. Um, Today's episode is the idea that non-initiated, non-vocal synth fans have that Vocaloid and vocal synth softwares are the equivalent of using AI art. So we were brought to this because I saw this, Twitter sometimes shows you like the suggested tweets underneath a tweet that you're actually looking at. So I saw this tweet and it was from the vocal sim struggles, and I saw the quote tweet first, but then on on the quote tweet, you can see that this user, Paranoid Ghost on Twitter, said that seeing Vocaloid producers use AI art in their songs makes me so mad. There's thousands of artists who would let you use their illustrations for free, and I'm assuming they just go on to just basically go on explaining that part. And then you have this moron here who I don't know what other nice way to say it, who says listening to artificial voices and complaining about art made with AI is a bit like basically trying to act like they have a gotcha against Ghosty by saying, "Oh, you listen to artificial voices, but you're complaining about AI art." So I don't see anyone talking about this, and I feel like a lot of producers should, to be quite honest, and not just like on Twitter or something, but actually make a video on your channel about it. Because with your big platforms, this is something that needs to be talked about more. And that's the idea that Vocaloids and vocal synths again are the equivalent of using AI art. So let's go ahead and bury that thought first and foremost right now. They are not the same. They are not the same. They are not the same, like at all. They are not the same. For one thing, vocal synthesizers, if you don't know, let's have a quick history lesson. Vocal synthesizers have been around since the days of freaking Daisy Bell, which is like way almost 100, if not over 100 years ago by now. And your modern day commercial vocal synthesizers have been around and popularized since the late 70s and early 80s. And then more modern examples that people be familiar with are groups like Daft Punk, Black Eyed Peas, will.i.am in his solo career, literally every celebrity who sings ever, because they all use auto-tune in their songs. And then you have contemporary DJs and stuff nowadays within like the late 2010s and now getting into the 2020s. People like Porter Robinson, a couple Japanese producers, literally every Vocaloid producer have used Vocaloids or vocal synths within their work. Again, these are commercial vocal synthesizers. Do you know what commercial means? Commercial means that you buy them. That means you are legally purchasing these things to use. And each one of these products, because that's what they are first and foremost, before they are characters or anything like that, they are products that to buy. They have a terms of service, and you can't just do whatever you want with them. I mean, we would like to. A lot of us like to think that we can, but you can't. And there are stipulations, like even with certain vocaloids like Fukase, I think you can't even sell stuff that you make with him, which is why a lot of people don't really use him because they can't sell their own work. But just that as an example of like rules and stuff behind this. So you have something that is commercially bought and regulated both by the companies that create them, the company that licenses them out, aka Yamaha, and not just Yamaha, just like any commercial vocal synthesizer. I guess the more mainstream example nowadays would be Synthesizer V, which I assume also has its own commercial terms of service and conditions and blah, 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 blah. So already we're demolishing the fact that Vocaloid and vocal synthesizers are not the same as AI art. AI art and all the softwares like it, Midjourney, DALL-E, all those things like that, they are all they don't think for themselves. They are built off of databases of stolen artwork. So these people who use these softwares will go in and scrape a bunch of art from somebody without their permission or consent, and they will inject them into these softwares so that way these machines can learn how these artists draw things, so that way when they can lazily type out a little prompt about a girl with a flower or whatever the fuck instead of just Googling, then they can have this AI thing print out a picture, an ugly picture it's usually always fucking ugly and always with some sort of uncanny valley feel to it. And nowadays, more and more people are able to like see that certain artworks that look a certain way are more than likely AI. And unfortunately, for some people whose artworks are unethically used, they even get accused of being AI artists, even though they're the ones who actually are the ones being stolen from. But getting back to the topic at hand, listening to artificial voices and complaining about art made with AI. First of all, I actually want to tackle this topic right here. It's not artificial. It's not artificial at all. An artificial voice would be more like Uta Utane on the Utau software, who is actually an artificial voice, meaning not. Let's, since Google's our friend, what's the definition right here? Artificial? Made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally, especially as a copy of something natural, of a person or behavior, insincere or affected. Basically meaning that if it's not real, meaning that it does not come from a human. And vocal synths, for the most part, come from human voices. The only difference is they are put through whatever engine software that is currently using that voice, and they're assigned a character persona, and then that product is released on the market for other people to buy, this commercially packaged product. They are not artificial. They're artificial in the sense that you are not buying a human. Like, no one's out here purchasing Saki Fujita and making them sing her songs, but you are purchasing Hatsune Miku, who is a voice synthesizer, but Hatsune Miku herself is not quote-unquote artificial in the sense that AI art is artificial, or voice synthesizers that are made from artificial, like noises or whatever to imitate human speech. Like, this isn't imitating human speech. It's actually recorded from a human. So that's the part I want to clarify. So, and then there was another tweet I wanted to look at from Pigeon and Ruko, and they're saying that person arguing for AI art in Vocaloid works. Vocaloid is built on peer production. Peer production, Pia Pro, basically Pia Pro, the website that Krypton has, where you can find most artworks hosted on there. It's like an art gallery. Also, people put their song lyrics on there, and also people put their instrumentals for people to download to create their own covers of songs and stuff like that. And yes, they are correct. This community is built on teamwork, working hand in hand with each other to achieve heights one person could not achieve alone. AI rips that intimacy apart. And the issue that I and many people have with people like Vocaloid producers themselves using AI is that, and there are a lot of people who are doing this nowadays, and I don't like it, and especially those who use Synthesizer V. It's just that there's so much free artwork out there that you can use. Like, there's no shortage of free artwork that you can use. You can Google right now Hatsune Miku, find someone's DeviantArt or Pixiv account, and there will be a ton of images there you can use. As long as you credit that person and that artist themselves do not have like like a term in their bio or whatever saying that do not re-upload or do not use for whatever, then if that's not specified, you can use their art and just credit them, link back to the original, or credit the artist. You should always credit work that is not yours. So, and not just that, you can also use stock photos. Like, if you need a girl with a flower, you can look up girl with a flower stock photo and then superimpose some freaking song lyrics on there, animate the song lyrics a little bit with the built-in animations that most of all video softwares have, even Windows Movie Maker, and call it a day. You can even take B-roll footage from your phone, walking outside and going on a walk. Boom, you have B-roll footage that looks natural and cool. By using also, I forgot the biggest point, you can commission. You can commission somebody. You can commission, let's say it again, you can commission an artist to draw for you your idea. So there's no excuse that people in 2023 are arguing for the use of AI when we've already acknowledged for years how, years now, because this has been going on for a while, like definitely since COVID. It just got unfortunately popularized, I was saying, like 2021, if not like very early 2022, but I want to say in like mid 2021. But anyway, argued against the use of AI because we've already acknowledged how harmful it is to artists, because they don't think for themselves. They don't generate these images out of nowhere. They're built off of stolen databases of artwork, non-consensually given, not given, because that implies it was like consented, but you know what I mean. Basically, the artist did not consent for their artwork to be stolen, pirated, pillaged, like, I don't know, add some more synonyms. They did not give their permission at the end of the day. And vocal synths have always, vocal synth community has always been built off of, like Pigeon and Rukel says right here, this collaboration and teamwork. Whenever you see a really cool music video for a Vocaloid song, you usually have somebody who does the lyrics, somebody who does the actual instrumental, somebody who does the artwork, and somebody who did the video editing, and maybe somebody who even did the tuning of the voice itself. So you have like a group of people, and it doesn't have to be like so many people doing all those roles. It could be one or two people doing all those roles themselves. But the point is that it's a collaboration, and somebody can do it all themselves, and that's great. But the point being that the community is built off of collaboration, so there's no sense in you stealing or contributing to the theft of artists' work by using these AI softwares, when you can just use the readily made or commission an artist to make artwork for you, whether that be for a cover, original, or whatever. Like most of all of my songs and videos, I'm using either artwork I commissioned or drew myself, or straight up just whatever I find on Google and I link back to whatever that artwork came from. And if it's stock photo, then it's stock photo. So I've had a really big issue with this for a long time, because I just feel like I don't want our community, the vocal synth community, associated with this AI art theft thing. And I'm going to be linking about a couple of articles in the description below, just about like this history of like commercial vocal synths, like specifically vocal synthesizers and stuff like that. And we've got the JSTOR as well. So if you are of the uneducated or the uninformed or the uninitiated, whatever, you got resources that you can check out as well. You can look up on YouTube tons of video essays about what is Vocaloid. So, and I'm talking about like as far back as 2011, and that's over 10 years ago. So there's no confusion about what Vocaloid is. Vocaloid is not the same as AI art theft and all that other bullshit, because for one thing, and the biggest factor of it all, real people consent to providing their voice for a product and are compensated for that. And this product is commercially sold. And some of these people, more so on the Japanese side than anything, because as far as we know, no American or Western celebrity has provided their voice for a Vocaloid. But on the Japanese side, we've had a couple of celebrities who have provided their voices for Vocaloids, like Sachiko, like Fukase, I believe like Arsloid, Mayumi, I think she's a singer for Exit Tunes, if I'm not mistaken, who did Mayu. So yeah, and you wouldn't be able to just steal their voices and sell them as a product. Like, that's not legal. And we are now starting to see a crackdown on this, especially overseas in America and stuff like that. And I feel like as time goes on, we are going to see more regulation on this, and hopefully we can just kill this where it stands, because there's already stuff in place to stop people from stealing artwork, from Glaze to whatever the new software is that like messes up AI stuff that tries to scrape your artwork. But just in general, I don't want our community associated with this. Vocaloid has always been a community based off of creativity, whether it be artworks, video stuff, or the music that it's all stemming from. Like, it's a music creative community, and from that community, there's already so much in place that people can use if they want, like artwork to use. So producers, cover makers, all those people who use AI artwork, you need to stop. Like, for real, you need to stop. And I feel like we should also, what I'm not saying is that don't make no stupid call out post, no stupid ass Twitter shit about oh, so-and-so is using AI. No, don't do that shit. That's stupid. Don't do that shit. Just simply don't support them. Show them that, hey, we don't want this in our community. You can even politely comment on the video if you see it. Do not use AI art for this, or stop using AI art. We don't want this in our community. We don't want the Vocaloid community associated with AI art theft. But yeah, so this was a little bit informative and a lot of it more of a rant. But AI art, you're not welcome in the Vocaloid community, the Vocal Synth community. AI art users, you are not welcome in the Vocal Synth community and Vocaloid community, whatever you want to call it. This ain't for y'all. We have been here since circa 2007 with the popularization of Miku. I'm pretty sure there have been a couple of people who have been here before that, but for the most of us, we've been around since Miku's conception and release. And this community has always been built off of creativity and collaboration among artists. You're stealing from that or contributing to the theft of that, and it's not appreciated. So I guess I'm done. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments. I do check my comments, so if you say something stupid, it will be gone and you will be blocked. Because like I said, the AI art stuff, it's not welcome here. We're not entertaining arguments in support of that either. So, and also, just in general, for the people who, again, the uninformed, commercial vocal synths are not the same as your theft software. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.
Thank you for listening.